The grass is greener where you water it. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So a couple weeks ago, and actually a few years ago, I created a couple videos called Why the Narcissist Thinks the Grass is Always Greener, and it's not. This video is going to be the grass is greener where you water it. Remember, you are the beautiful, bright, shining light. You are the person that did everything for the narcissist. You are no longer doing things for that person. Most likely, your relationship has either ended or you are figuring out who that person is that you are considering. But any way you cut it, what you did is you elevated that person. You showed them your world. You changed them. You improved their circumstances. You improved their relationships. You probably supported them financially. I know you supported them emotionally, physically perhaps. Every way possible. What you did is you were giving to a fault. You didn't realize that that person that you are considering was your nemesis. They were your enemy. They were a dark energy source, and they couldn't be fixed. They can't be fixed. They won't be fixed. And they're stuck in a narcissistic loop of manipulation, deception, destruction, and devastation. You knew none of these things before. That's why when you met the narcissist, they were wearing a mask. They were trying to infiltrate your life and learn all about you and figure out what your hopes were, your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, your former relationships, how much money you had, what money you would inherit, how close you were to your siblings if you had any, if your parents were alive, how close you were with them, and everything about you. That's not even counting your earning potential, how much money you earned, and your health. They wanted to learn all these things. And the more they learned about you, the more you shared with them because you were an open book. Possibly you were a people pleaser. I can assure you, you did not have boundaries, and you didn't know that this person was a narcissist. Back then, this person, all they were doing was love bombing you, faking like they cared, faking like they would be there for you, faking that they wanted to meet all of your family members or your friends or everybody because they wanted to build relationships with those people. What they wanted to do was meet everybody you would introduce them to, and many people you didn't, but they infiltrated your life that way. And they began to plant seeds of mistrust, seeds of doubt. They began to smear your name slowly. They began to build up a mountain of worthless rhetoric to have these relationships that you had cultivated and grown long before you met the narcissist blow up. You see, the narcissists, they're essentially like the Greek mythology, the Trojan horse. The Trojan horse, inside of it, where all the soldiers going to attack a city. You should look it up. Trojan horse is a myth, but it may have been real. I can tell you one thing, there were partial parts of that were definitely real. And that's what the narcissist is in a nutshell. They're a fraud, they're a fake. What they look at, or what they look like and how they appear, is not what's inside of them. So having said that, you need to remember, you didn't know back then what you know now. You didn't realize that toxicity has two legs, that it walks like you do, that it talks like you do, that it can mimic back your words, your actions, your ideas, your thoughts, and everything. And that as you got deeper and deeper in the relationship with the person, you became more and more a shell of yourself. You lost your identity to them. You became an extension of them, and you were elevating them. And what were you doing? You were putting all of your energy into that sinking ship, i.e. the narcissist. You were making their life better to the detriment of your own. So as the thumbnail mentions, the grass is greener where you water it. What you were doing is you were taking all of your abundance, all of your empathy, all of your money, time, relationships, health, all of your educational background, all of your spirituality, everything that made you you, and you were putting it into this person, and you were trying to show them your life and what you could do and what you do and how effortlessly you are and how people are drawn to you and how you guide people and how you steer people and help people and how you're always there for people. And the narcissists, when they saw you doing these things, number one, they were in shock and awe because they couldn't wrap their head around how you could do all these things, but they couldn't. Play that part, play it a few times. Second of all, they realized that you really were, as I coined the term years ago, beautiful, bright, shining light. That's what you were before you met them. That's who you were when you were with them. And that's who you are right now, whether you know it or not. But they tried to extinguish your beautiful, bright, shining light. I'm referring to the narcissist. They didn't want you to be you. Think about how many times when you were talking with the person you're considering that you would be interrupted, or you would not be introduced to people that the narcissist appeared to be a little too close to, complete strangers that you thought, if you will. And how many times you were hung up on, how many times this person threw rage fits on you, how many times your right ear was being screamed at on the freeway in a car because you were driving and the person needed to let it out because maybe you missed an exit, or maybe you didn't say the right thing, or maybe you didn't do something you should have done that they wanted you to do that you didn't even know they wanted you to do. You see, the narcissist wanted people, and you were one of these people, to be a mind reader, to do whatever they wanted, and to have that person do it and say, "Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I have another?" And if you did that, you couldn't read their mind ever. You tried, but you couldn't do it. But whatever you did for the narcissist, they would just take you for granted, which is why each and every person who gets too close to the narcissist gets burned out. Each and every person is replaceable. Each and every person doesn't realize it when they're in it, but that relationship is going to a place called Destructionsville. The narcissistic relationship benefits one person and one person only. It is not you. It has never been you. It's the narcissist. So as I shared in yesterday's video, what the narcissist does is they don't look at you as a beautiful, bright, shining light. They look at you as a battery to be used up, consumed, thrown away, and they insert a new battery. Or a pair of running shoes, the same thing. Once your running shoes don't have as much sole or cushion any longer, usually you get a new pair. And you probably throw the other ones in the bin if they can't be recycled. Well, that's what the narcissist does with people. The narcissist is loyal to nobody. They care about nobody but themselves. They are not honest, they're not genuine, they're not authentic, they can't introspect, and above all, they will never change. So if you think for a moment that the narcissist can change because perhaps in the past you saw a little glimmer or a little flicker, a little inkling of a good person inside of them, maybe you did see that for a split second, and maybe the narcissist wanted you to see that. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was when their mask was down and they were just trying to be the little tiny person trapped inside of themselves. Well, whatever you saw, that's not sustainable, because if it were sustainable, number one, I wouldn't be making videos. Number two, you wouldn't be consuming them. And number three, you wouldn't be healing from a relationship that spun your world upside down. So whatever little breadcrumb of hope you were holding on to, or maybe you still are, you need to understand that the grass is greener where you water it, which means, in my terms, where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and control what you can't control. So if you are still connected to the narcissist in some capacity, you need to understand that breaking the connection from this person will benefit you. It will sting, it will hurt, it will be unfamiliar territory. You'll have a big learning curve to go through. But that's why I share in so many videos over the almost 5 years I've been creating them, that there are 4 ties: the emotional tie, the financial tie, the physical tie, and the spiritual tie. And these ties must be cut, and they must be cut by you. The narcissist isn't going to cut these. And you may say, "Oh, well, no, they cut the physical tie because they discarded me, and now they're living halfway around the world, and they've got the new supply lathered up, and they're doing whatever they're doing, so they cut the physical tie for me." Well, I don't think that's accurate. They may have discarded you, and if they did, my heart goes out to you. They may be living halfway around the world, but you still have to block them. You still have to go no contact. You still have to remove items out of the household if you were living together with them. You still have to delete their emails, maybe change your phone number. You still have to take a good hard look at who is still talking to the narcissist. You see, you have to do these things. Just like when you're in the relationship, the narcissist sold you a bill of goods. They promised you the sun, the moon, the stars, and everything in between, and they delivered absolutely less than zero. You were doing everything in the relationship. You were watering the grass that the narcissist was taking advantage of. You were giving the narcissist your love, your empathy, your time, your relationships, everything about you. You were an open book. When that all goes away, meaning that you get discarded or you end it yourself, but once you're out of the relationship, you realize that you need to be watering your own grass. You need to be focusing on yourself. You need to be controlling what you can control. You need to leave the narcissist in the past, and you need to heal, and heal properly. And as you're doing that, you get stronger. As you get stronger, the narcissist becomes weaker and weaker. As they get weaker, your clarity arrives in your mind. The clearer your mind gets, the more you realize that that relationship wasn't as bad as you thought it was. It was 1,000 times worse, because you keep on uncovering things that the narcissist did to break the relationship, the narcissist did to betray you, the narcissist did to harm you. Think about what triangulation is. Think about what gaslighting is. Think about what verbal abuse is. Think about what financial abuse is. Think about what projection is or mirroring. These are all behaviors, tactics, techniques, and mannerisms of a toxic person. Yes, a narcissist. So when you realize that what you were doing for them, A, it would never be enough. B, they were still looking over their shoulder for other people that they could insert into your spot when you were with them. C, that they didn't care about you, they didn't love you, they weren't loyal to you, they weren't transparent, they weren't honest or genuine. When you realize those things and you realize that, yeah, this relationship, it really did damage to me, but I'm out and I'm healing. And all that energy I was placing into that bottomless pit, the narcissist, it now goes into me. This is when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is when you can see way up in the distance a place that I call the mountaintop of indifference, the pinnacle of indifference. When you can see that, that is a great thing. Now, to get from where you are to get to the mountaintop of indifference, it's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's going to take stoicism. It's going to take patience. It's going to take resilience, fortitude, commitment, determination. There will be mornings you're not going to want to get out of bed. There'll be afternoons when you're going to catch yourself being triggered by a song or being in an Uber car or something. There'll be evenings when the sun will go down and you'll be like, oh my gosh, again? I can't believe this. There'll be days that it'll feel like Groundhog Day to you because you'll be stuck in that loop over and over and over again. And I'm referring to healing, by the way. I'm not referring to when you're trapped in the narcissistic relationship. But this is why the healing path is not linear. This is why it takes time. This is why it takes a lot of time. And in your time, you will heal if you utilize the tools that I provide for you with each and every video and from all the beautiful comments from virtually every country on the planet. You see, at one point, we were all what is known as the new supply. Being the new supply is not cool. It's not a good spot. You don't want to be there. So right now you may be thinking, oh, this new supply was great when I was a new supply. No, you are just getting ready to enter the deep end of destruction, the cesspool of manipulation, the minefield of misery. You didn't even know that these places existed, and now you're learning it. So once you're out, you need to stay out. You need to recognize that if the narcissist is with a new source of supply, that person is going to get punished just like you did, it may be even worse. Or that person will be punishing or abusing the narcissist. Any way you cut it, when you're out, you need to stay out. And so this is why the video is being created. The grass is greener where you water it. Once you reach the mountaintop, the pinnacle of indifference, or even long before then, truth be told, when you're healing, and you really know the definitions in the glossary on the narcissistic abusive cycle, and you understand toxicity, you know about narcissism, you know about empathy, you know about mindset, about energy, you know about abundance, and you know about your creativity juices flowing. When you learn these things, you can do whatever you want to. Once you reach the pinnacle of indifference, you will say to yourself, oh my gosh, Andrew was right this whole time. This view is spectacular. It's amazing. It's where only eagles soar. You can see for tens of thousands of miles. There's no smog, there's no fog, there's no games, there's no manipulation. What it is, it's beautiful, bright, shining light. It's positive energy, it's growth. It's because you've climbed the mountain that so few will climb. You were tested to your core, you made it. Now up top, the mountaintop, the grass is lush, it's tall, it's green. The air is crisp, it's clear, it's clean. The water's flowing, there's nothing but abundance up there. This is when you can take a class, teach a class, read a book, write a book. You can travel the world, you can just be. You can do whatever you want to. You can stay up till 3 in the morning or go to bed at 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever you want to do. But you can never get there. You will never get there as long as you're tethered to the narcissist. It's impossible because the narcissist will continue to try to steal your energy, zap your energy, trap you, trick you, blame you. They will do whatever they can do to keep you stuck and tethered to them. That's why you need to get away from these people as far as you can and as fast as you can. And you need to realize that you are the energy source. This is the sun getting ready to come down here. And no, I didn't plan this, and I don't plan it in my videos. It's an early morning video in a different location where I've only shot my second video from. It's all about the abundance. It's all about the energy. It's all about leaving the narcissist in the past and you using your beautiful, bright, shining light and your energy for yourself and for those loved and trusted ones you surround yourself with, if you do. If you're still healing in that cocoon of boundaries, you probably don't have a support system or many people you can trust or count on, or many people you can talk with. I get it. I was there for 2 years and 2 days during a pandemic, but I made it. And I made it and I healed properly. If I made it, you can make it. You need to believe in yourself the way that I believe in you. And I believe in you implicitly. I believe in you more than you will ever know. So understand something. The grass is greener where you water it. What it means, it doesn't mean getting out a can and filling it up with water and finding a patch of grass and putting water on it and watching the grass grow. It could mean that. That's not what it means. What it means is you are the beautiful, bright, shining light. You are the person that has the ability to spread your love, your empathy, your commitment, your kindness, your caring, all of your experiences now, and of course the wisdom you've acquired. You now can use that to your benefit. That's why healing, it's not only instrumental and imperative, but it is a superpower. Once you heal and heal properly, and once you see behind the mask of toxicity, and once you wrap your head around that there are so many people that were in your life that A, didn't deserve to be in your life, B, didn't deserve to be around you, but C, kept on flying around you and trying to steal your thoughts, your ideas, your hopes, your aspirations, your romantic relationships. They try to drive wedges between you and your neighbors. They try to make sure that your car wasn't functioning by giving you a flat tire over and over again. Yes, that happened many times, which I'll talk about in the future. They tried to act like they didn't have money so you would be paying their way. They claimed the victim card when they were just selling you a bill of goods. When you realize that people aren't who they claim to be many times, and at the top of that list is the narcissist, then you realize you have always had this within you. It's the beautiful, bright, shining light. It's the positive energy. And the narcissist captured this, and they used it to water their grass, to elevate themselves, to use you as a fuel source, to steal everything out from under you, and hoping you would never A, exist, B, put yourself back together, or C, understand what happened. When you get out and you heal, you will realize that whatever you touch in the future, it will be because you want to be a part of it. When I say touch, I'm not referring to physically. I'm saying wherever you place your energy, it's because you want to do it. And it will be of an authentic mindset, and it will be because you want to improve whatever part of your life you're improving. It's not because somebody's telling you, A, get a haircut, B, change your clothes, C, I can't believe you're wearing that cologne or perfume, D, I can't believe you said that to that person at the party. What were you thinking? You embarrassed me. Or E, someone giving you the silent treatment, or blowing up your phone, or destroying your relationship with your kids, or parental alienating you, or counter-parenting instead of co-parenting. These are all the games of the narcissist, and the games of the narcissist are life-threatening. They're debilitating, they're taxing, and this is why once you see it, you can't unsee it, which is why I'm creating this video. When you realize that you could try your best to spend as much time with toxicity, it will never improve, it will never benefit you. It will only drain everything from you. That person will take you for granted, and they will continue to blame you for being you, and they will continue to try to keep you stuck and trapped in that low vibrational quagmire state where you are blaming yourself and you can't function properly. That's what these people do. The narcissist only deteriorates. They don't improve. If you think for a split second that they improve, they don't. They get worse over time, which is why they all become the aging narcissist. And you should know by now, the aging narcissist is not, and I repeat, not a pretty sight to see. These people are falling apart at the seams, but they're still clinging on to a little bit of their youth and their tiny little pea brain, trying to have people give them the time of day. Remember something, and I will close the video. The grass isn't always greener, number one, for the narcissist, because I'll tell you right now, it is never greener for the narcissist. Number two, the narcissist had the best thing they ever had in you. They blew it. They blew up the relationship. They discarded you probably. They tried their best to destroy you and the relationship, and they did destroy the relationship, but they couldn't destroy you. And the third and most important part is the grass is greener where you water it. That means if where you are right now is where you want to be, stay there. If where you want to be right now is not where you want to be, well, then you're going to have to develop, create, and execute a plan to get you where you're going. Not necessarily an escape plan, although it will be if you're still tethered to the narcissist. But if you're out of the relationship, maybe for a few months or a year or so, and you're living in a part of the world you don't necessarily want to be a part of, well, consider relocating if you can. But you deserve so much more in life than what you got. You deserve so much more than toxicity. You deserve so much more than being hung up on or triangulated or being screamed at or being sleep deprived or parental alienated or taken for granted, etc. You deserve to live an abundant, toxicity-free life going forward, and that's what you will do. That's what I've done. And so wherever I go on the planet, meaning physically, or if I connect with people, I try my best to leave it a better place than it was when I got there. That is with everything I do in life. I do my best to give everything I have, specifically during one-on-one sessions, or when I'm with people in person, or when I will be lecturing and speaking on tours in the future. Whatever I do, and yes, I'm considering writing a book for those of you who are interested in that. I haven't done it yet, but I'm considering. But you see, I'm trying to continue to pay it forward. That's what I will do the rest of my life, and that's what you should do. So realize that you were the water who was watering the narcissist's life. You were nourishing them in their life. When that gets cut off, you are still the water. You need to use that water for yourself. That's why the grass isn't greener for the narcissist. It never has been and it never will be. And that's why where you water the grass, that's where the grass gets greener, as the thumbnail mentions, because you are the beautiful, bright, shining light. You're the positive energy. You're the water. You're the person that makes things happen. You're the nourishment. You're abundant. You're the empath. You're the kind, loving, stable person. And the narcissist knew all these things way before you knew it, and they did their best to steal everything right out from underneath you, crumble you up like a sheet of paper, discard you, throw you away, hoping you would never live to talk about it, hoping you would never put two and two together, and hoping you would never see behind the mask. But you have seen behind the mask. You are healing, and you are stronger than you know. So understand, everything's within you. Everything's within you. Don't give toxicity another chance. Maintain your boundaries, maintain no contact, and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Today is a special day for some people around the world. I'm not going to mention what it is, but you know what it is. So I will say this. During the next 10 days or so-ish, happy holidays to everybody. Please be safe, be smart, maintain your boundaries, and understand that if this season is a little challenging for you, next season will be better. If this season's good for you, this is great. And if this is the first season that you're going through challenging times, you need to understand I was where you are. I made it out, and I am now in abundance. You can see the light coming down through the trees. You can see my glow. You can see my energy. Go back in time and look at the very first video I ever created called Glad You Made It. That was made March 31st, 2021. That is a person who, against all odds, picked up the camera, created his first video, and the rest is history. If I did it, you can do it. You need to believe in yourself the way I believe in you. So I love you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.